Hello friends, welcome back to Hyper Games. My name is Joseph and today on PlayStation News, bots not interested in PS5 anymore, Harry Osborn recast for Spider-Man 2, Sony starting to roll out a new PS5 Explore page, Square Enix reveals new Crisis Core details, Gearbox absorbs Volition and the possibility of a new Legacy of Kain game, and more. Let's get into them. Bots not interested in PS5 anymore. Netasia, a company dedicated to preventing automated bot attacks on e-commerce stores, has indicated that bots are not interested in PS5 as they were before. In their Q3 2022 report, PS5 dropped out of the top 3 items targeted by bots for the first time and is now in the 4th place. It also mentions the console's resale value has remained consistent throughout the quarter, with resellers being able to still reap $100 in profit per console, a 2% drop compared to the last quarter. It seems the improved stock is playing a factor here, so it shouldn't be as hard to get one right now, plus PS5 Slim rumors indicate Sony may double shipments within the next year. Are you still having trouble getting a PS5? Have you been able to get one of the most recent bundles? Let us know in the comments. Harry Osborn recast for Spider-Man 2. Insomniac appears to have recast the role of Harry Osborn for their upcoming Spider-Man 2. Coming from the previous voice actor himself, Scott Porter tweeted explaining Insomniac's decision of going photorealistic with the casting and that the difference between the actor and Harry's was too much to overcome. He said he's bummed to not return, but it should be an incredible game, in a series of tweets that have since been removed. If you play the original game, you know the character will play an important part in the sequel, and Insomniac is probably doing the same as they did with Peter's face capture actor recast. They have since implemented new technology which makes development easy by using performance capture. What do you think of this change for Spider-Man 2? Share your opinion in the comments. Sony is starting to roll out a new PS5 Explore page. If you are in the US, you may start to notice a few changes in the PS5's Explore page. It shows handy shortcuts for friends, your trophy level, and a way to explore through PlayStation News instead of the usual PlayStation blog posts. After that first row, you will get news from the games you follow or constantly play, then news from PlayStation. The updated Explore page is not available to all US users, instead Sony is giving access randomly, and the feature is still not on any other region. This is still far from PS4's What's New page, but it's starting to resemble that a bit. Hopefully they bring back more of the features from PS5's older sibling. Have you noticed this change in the PS5 UI? What do you think about it? Voice your opinion in the comments. Square Enix reveals new Crisis Core details. In a new trailer, Square Enix revealed why the updated and upgraded Crisis Core Final Fantasy game is more than a simple remaster. The new port brings the story of the legendary soldier Zack Fair with new arrangements by original composer Takeharu Ishimoto, stunning HD upgraded graphics, an updated combat system, and all new summon cinematics. In a tweet, they also detailed the resolutions and performance for the different platforms, with the PS4 version going for 1080p and 30fps, the PS4 Pro running at 4K and 30fps, and the PS5 going for the crisp 4K with a smooth 60fps. The remake for the 2008 PSP title launches this December 13 for pretty much all platforms available. Rockstar faced a new Grand Theft Auto leak. It seems Rockstar's unfortunate streak of leaks continues now with the uber successful Grand Theft Auto 5. The source code for the game, including 2 different builds with some never released content, apparently leaked online, but was quickly removed with a DMCA takedown. According to DSO Gaming, the leak included anti-cheat, developer notes, scripts, and more. This is the second leak for the company alongside the upcoming Grand Theft Auto 6, but at least they somewhat managed to contain it faster. Hopefully they can patch that for good. Now let's get into a few notes about Embracer's group. Gearbox absorbs Volition and the possibility of a new Legacy of Kain game. Embracer has lots and lots of studios, and they share their upcoming plans with them in the recent financial report. They want to release close to 234 games between PC and console, as it has entered a transformative partnership and licensing deal with several industry partners to cover a range of large budget games in the next 6 years. However, they didn't go into specifics. One of Embracer's upcoming releases is Dead Island 2, which becomes the first game to get delayed in 2023. The zombie-killing action game from Dambuster Studios, recently re-revealed during Gamescom in August, will now launch on April 28, 2023 instead of February 3rd. The team said they are disappointed with the announcement and realized the irony of another delay after the game went dark since first unveiled in June 2014, but they will take the time they need to make sure they can launch a game they are proud of. Games are often delayed now, but compared to other projects, this is a relatively short one. Moving into another of Embracer Studios, Volition's recent Saints Row reboot may have performed poorly among critics and fans, but in terms of sales was in line with management expectations. Nevertheless, Volition is getting removed from Deep Silver and will operate now under new management under Borderlands house, Gearbox. This is the second studio restructure Embracer has done this month after they closed Onoma at the beginning of November. The studio was the former Square Enix Montreal, which they just acquired this year. The other two studios they acquired from Square are doing good according to Embracer's Q2 report. Eidos Montreal announced Guardians of the Galaxy has reached over 8 million players after more than a year from releasing under Square Enix. Since its players reached, it also counts services like PlayStation Plus and Game Pass, not just sales. Meanwhile, Crystal Dynamics talked about the recent Legacy of Kain survey they sent out last month, as they wanted to gain the community's perspective on what players want from a revisit to the land of Nosgoth. They said the survey received over 100,000 responses, where their average survey would do between 1,000 to 3,000, and 73,000 out of those responses completed it in its entirety. While there's nothing concrete about a new game in the series, Crystal Dynamics says they hear fans loud and clear and will update on the what-if possibilities ahead for Legacy of Kain in the future. Crystal Dynamics is also working on a new Tomb Raider game with Unreal Engine 5 and partnered with Microsoft for the Perfect Dark reboot exclusive on Xbox. And Eidos is rumored to be working on a new Deus Ex game very early on development. The Grammy Awards announced first game category nominees. The Grammy Awards organization is launching a new game category in their upcoming edition to recognize the excellence in score soundtrack albums, particularly original scores. They have announced the nominees for the inaugural award, which includes Aliens Fireteam Elite by Austin Wintory, Assassin's Creed Valhalla by Stephanie Economou, Call of Duty Vanguard by Bear McCreary, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy by Richard Jacques, and Old World by Christopher Thien. This is great news, but a bit weird they are taking into account games from 2021. The ceremony for the 65th annual Grammy Awards will happen in February next year. A round of quick-fire game news. Sony has started its Black Friday sale with lots of discount on the PlayStation Store, with games such as Stray, Horizon Forbidden West, The Last of Us Part 1, A Plague Tale Requiem, Gotham Knights, and a lot more. Besides that, 25% off all PlayStation Plus subscriptions. On retail, there will be up to $40 off select games and up to $30 off on accessories. We'll be covering some of those in the coming weeks. The PlayStation Black Friday sale ends on November 28. Sackboy is joining the FIFA World Cup fever with a new soccer costume and emotes up for download this November 21st. In the same vein, Konami's eFootball may not have the official World Cup license but has added an International Cup and 40 national teams to their free-to-play soccer sim. The International Cup ends on December 17th, with the rest of the festival running until January 12, 2023, and the complete Season 2 until February next year. As it's usual with Supermassive Dark Pictures games, the game being released teases the upcoming one, and it's the same case for The Devil in Me, as it includes the trailer for the upcoming The Dark Pictures Directive 8020. The Season 2 premiere brings Scares to space this time, but there's no release date yet. We have several updates from Ubisoft. In a crossover no one saw happening, Ubisoft is adding Nier Replicant to Rainbow Six Siege with a Maverick Replicant bundle and more Nier stuff during the Year 7 Season 4 reveal panel. Ubisoft has confirmed Assassin's Creed Valhalla's last piece of content will arrive this December 6, ending 2 years of post-launch support. Update 1.6.2 brings exciting new content, including the last chapter tying up some storylines and concluding the Ivor saga. Sadly, they won't be adding the fan-requested New Game Plus mode due to the depth of the game limiting their options to make replayability unique and rewarding. Finally, the French company celebrated 20 years of Splinter Cell by sharing early concept art from the upcoming remake. They show Sam Fisher stealthily moving in the shadows as he preys upon his enemies. The studio confirmed the core of the story and experience will remain as it was in the original game. Belen Studios has announced Season 8 of Knockout City called High Society Heist. It will bring a new Poison Ball, new playlist and cosmetics to unlock, plus a new Battle Pass. It starts on November 29 and until February 28. And those are our PlayStation stories for today. What do you think about Recast in video games and the Harry Osborn change? Which other games do you wish Crystal Dynamics and Eidos bring back? Share your thoughts on any of the news below, let me know your feedback by liking or disliking this video, check out other videos you may enjoy while you're here, and consider subscribing for more on PlayStation. Thank you so much for watching, my name's Joseph, this is Hype for Games, and let's get hype!